Hello, this is Karissa Lee, and this is my final project with my hot button behavior and my letter to myself, code of ethics, and the rights of a child. So here we go. To start off with, my first hot button behavior was screaming on the playground. And this is one that I have since, in the research and readings that we've done, I have come to view this very differently. So before the behavior, remind myself, is it hurting others? Are there other things that I can plan and do during the behavior? A plan would be to call the students over, sing a song with high and low tones where they can be loud and quiet, and also just remind them that there are classes next to us trying to learn, and definitely planning a game and other activities I believe would also help. After the behavior, for myself, for self-care, do some yoga breathing, reevaluate what I did in the before and the during of the behavior, and make changes if need be. Hot button number 2, pretty much the same. It was pushing others. The before, I would run through my strategies, reminding myself what they are, and during the behavior, use those strategies as needed. Remind the child that I'm there to help them, and observe and remain available. Afterwards, did the strategies work? Talk with the student and reflect if I will need more supports. My hot button behavior number 3 is when a child will not talk. This one's a little hard because this is not mutinism. I believe is one of the words that I found online. This is more of the child seemingly like they are trying to use that power and stubbornness. But once again, planning, possibly teaching some nonverbal signs, such as using American Sign Language for yes and no's, and simple signs. And then during the behavior, definitely observe and remain close or available. Give the student some space, and I think that over time the student will learn to feel safe and find their voice. And my code of ethics. So here on the left side of the slide, you will see I pulled some of the code of ethics that was shared in the values and ethical standards, and I also pulled from the commitment to a Head Start code of ethics. And so those are there as stated, and then I used those and kind of, in my own words, made my code of ethics. So my code of ethics was don't treat others as garbage, continue to grow as a person, and be professional. Remember, you can learn from everyone at any time. Each human is unique and special. It is your job to see that and use your words. If you have a problem or don't understand, ask. And then we go to the rights of a child in UNICEF. UNICEF, this was a very interesting concept for me, and learning about the Convention on the Rights of a Child was very interesting also, and just to see how UNICEF in different countries, how they took that contract and contract, I should call it an agreement, I suppose, and took it and put it out there in different ways. So here are two links that I really liked that explained the rights a little bit easier for children to understand. And I did use these also. So in my classroom, I really liked the quote from Piaget about play is the work of childhood. My children in my classroom, their rights are that each of them is a human, that each of them is safe. They have the right to play and to learn through play, to be heard, to be fed, have clean water, and to be taught at their level. And each child's family and culture will be part of our community. So those are the rights that can be played out in the classroom. And then there is my letter to my teacher self. I, of course, after reading this or writing this, I thought of tons more things. Before I read this, I wanted to go back to the hot buttons and wanted to reflect on the shark music. I think that the before in each of those hot buttons, 1 through 3, you need to know what your shark music is. And I think knowing that and being prepared for that as much as possible will help you to change the music to something else and treat the child and the other children as individuals that are unique, and that you are not your parent or whoever it was that triggers that shark music. So, very interesting concept. So back to my letter to my teacher self. I wrote, "You have chosen a profession that will have a great impact on the world, molding our future generations. Great work so far. Now let's get down to work. In all you do, remember it is for the students. Always be willing to learn from your students because they are your teachers too. To be able to teach a child, you need to first learn who they are because each child is unique. Their culture, temperament, family, and home life matters. And that is from the Values and Ethical Standards. Do more observing with playing than teaching over the students. Remember to keep yourself grounded. There is always more to learn. Review what your code of ethics is and that each child has rights. Each new year will bring you new challenges, and you will need to reevaluate and redesign to fit for your new students. From the video, Understanding Challenging Behaviors in Young Children, it was stated that for growth, you need to reflect on each situation. Do not forget to do more observing, and do not assume you know what happened or what the student is going to say. Always show love, kindness, and respect to these little humans. Keep up the good work. And thank you, everybody, for your comments and participation in Yellow Dig and in everything else that we have had to have our input in. Thank you. Have a great rest of the year.